Hello, and welcome back to another day of Catan. I am Schloopity, and we'll be playing some 1v1 games. We've got the final placement game of the new season, and then we'll be heading into the ranked ladder proper. Let's get started. Well, there are a good amount of, wheat and ore combinations that sorta kinda make me want this 695. I don't know if the 695 is a trap here. Feels like a trap a little bit. I don't know. Does he ever take just the 943 and kind of push us out of all this? I'd be happy with the 483 though, honestly. I think the 965 pairs really well with a lot of things on this board, and with the insane road building, we'll be able to build quickly to more ore, even if we're not starting with the most. I think pointing right here is pretty good. It lets us build up to the 3 in a pinch if we need to, if, I don't know, we don't get a lot of starting ore to begin with. And the 4511 is also a great starting spot. I don't see him taking the 4911, probably the 943 or the 843. And so being able to build onto this as a secondary wheat source, I'm assuming if we don't build on here initially. Picking up the wheat, I like just having the option. Picking up the ore, I like having the option, so I feel good about the road right. He definitely has the opportunity of just going ore, wheat, sheep, yeah. And that's okay. He is just pure ore, wheat, sheep with very little sheep. I'm kind of tempted to just take this 9411 and point right and cut him, double up on the 9, get the extra sheep. We're kind of lacking in the port game, but so is he. The alternative is what? 8510? I think this is okay. We don't have the most wheat, which might be a little problematic. Hopefully he doesn't get a road builder before we get a 9. That would be kind of sad. There we go. Alright, no worries anymore. Let's just secure that spot. Keep him isolated to this very low amount of sheep. And now on the 9 we have a city. Because he doesn't really have any great port situations. It'll take him a little while to get to the 3-1. And honestly, I think I just drop the city here. It spends all of our ore. He's never blocking. Well, he might block the 4. He's got plenty of other wheat. Alright, so we've both got the city down. Beautiful. That lets us get the settle. Hopefully a 9 rolls and we can start buying some knights to protect us. I'd really like to get up onto... Yeah, see, that's... Well, it really hurt, but thankfully we dodged there. I think the 8 is probably a good block. Not much we can do with our hand. He does not have a second knight. Give me a 9! Perfect! Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Yeah. That is... What a roll. Okay. Well, a game-winning roll for sure. 1470, not the best starting spot. But that's okay. It doesn't matter where you start, only matters where you finish. So we're going to push this rating all the way back up into the 2300s, or 2400s maybe, I don't know. We're getting top 10 this season. It's gonna happen. That game was a little too short to really do any analysis on, so we'll just jump into the next one, which is our first 1v1 of the season proper. Not a very forested map, huh? Makes me kind of inclined to try and get onto this wood in some way. I kind of like the 843 into the 3-1. Brick and sheep is not hard to get on the way back. And I might even be able to... And I might be willing to play sheepless in the beginning if we can snag this 6-9-3. Build over to here if it's available. I kind of like it. And we will be pointing left to double up on this 4, get the 3-1, round out our low amount of wood a bit, and pointing down, there is the chance of the plow. Like, the 10-3-11 is not great, but it leads to the 8-5-10, which is great. Also, another reason to not point down is he might just take the 8-5-10, which I definitely considered, but there's so much sheep on this board that I think we'll be able to get it on the way back. And if we do take this 9-5-10 and then just build into extra wheat, I mean, this 8-4-10 is a phenomenal expansion spot. This 6-9-3 might have been a slightly better pick to start. It leaves us, what, the 6-3-11 with the same idea. And the 8-5-10. I mean, there's no world in which the 8-5-10 is left open. Okay. He does get this setup, which is very good for him. Is the 9-10-11 viable? Probably not. I just don't think it's enough brick. We're super reliant on the 8, which is a good number. I don't see our 4-for-1ing being pretty. The 9-4-11 doesn't feel... We get up cities super fast. Let's take this. Get up the super fast cities and build to some sheep. I'm not crazy about it, but we kind of have this whole section of the board to ourselves. And maybe we're able to just push and build and get there. I'm tempted to do the 9-4-11, just because the extra ore, but we share the 8, and it's our primary wheat source, and I'm a little more okay, like, 4-for-1ing the wheat, for the settling sheep if we have to. It's not that bad. Good block. There we go, that's beautiful to see. And we're just gonna... Whoo! That is also beautiful to see. Let's take this. Drop our road over. I know there's a chance he could, like, build to the 4-8-10, but no, not anymore. We'll take that settle immediately, and now we're cooking. Alright, double wheat, double sheep, double ore, and a little bit of road building materials to get us where we need to go. But we have an unblockable, unstoppable ore wheat sheep game. Doesn't even steal the brick, so it's basically... I mean, if we miss out on 11, I'm sad, but... I am sad! But it's okay. Ooh! Early ore mono, and I don't know that it was all that impactful. He basically just stole a single roll from us. You know, I could 4-for-1 to pop here, but I think I'm gonna wait. On the 4 or 9, we get a double pop by porting for the sheep instead. Like, we need devs here. And we need to stop him from getting devs, so I'm okay to do that. But at this point, we're over. So I'll go ahead and grab one. The knight is fantastic. If he plays one here, we can bounce it back. No knights. That's also good for us. Great block. There we go. We love the 4s. If he has double mono, I mean, I don't know what to say. Okay. And I think it is just a double pop here, especially after the VP. 2 VPs, I'll take it. Especially since we still have the knight in hand. Give me a 5 or a 10. Oh, a 7 out on his end is also wonderful. I'm okay just to hit the sits here. The 9 definitely is an option, and is not a bad one. But I kind of want the ore too. Beautiful. We'll take our port. And now we're really cooking. We've got the knight ready, so no biggie. I know he has some sheep in hand, but I still think the 5 is a good block. Never mind, we'll hit the sits instead. Ooh! Nice. Very nice. We can't quite road settle, but we'll prep for it. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna hold here. I was considering just dropping the road, but... Yikes, that's a lot of popping. We'll kinda do the same. It would be bad if he steals our wood. Because there's a part of me that, like, on a 3 roll... Oh, well, we can't quite do it anymore. But I'd love to take this 9-10-2 spot from him. Oof, okay. Well, I feel like he's probably gonna get it here. Gotta keep up the knights. We have a real chance of, like, beating him on road, honestly, if we keep our path clean. And so if we can stay ahead on knights until the very end, and then, like, sneak road, I'd be pretty happy. Hand management is becoming an issue, though, so I am going to drop this one here. I'd like to get onto the 9 of brick. Ooh, he's had some big 7-outs. Please don't steal the brick. Wheat is fine, he's on every tile of it. Unfortunately, he gets the sheep, but... Beautiful 7 there. And now I feel like I have to block the 9 because it is just a city for him. We'll hope for the 4s. I think we're at kind of... I know I have the road settle, but I think we're at kind of a critical point of maintaining the army. Like, if he pops a bunch of devs and takes it back, then I think things can get pretty tricky for us. Another 7-out? Nope. Hey, but the 11 is gorgeous. That gives us the road settle. Oh well. It does not give us the road settle anymore. Hopefully we steal a wheat out of his hand. I know he's got a ton. Not quite. That was a little unfortunate. But it's alright. Sure thing. We'll throw it back onto the 9. There we go. Good block. Let's go ahead and take that. Not that we got a ton of wood to port, but still. I would like to get onto this 3-10-11 for the road path purposes. I'd also like to buy some more devs. His lack of a port is definitely starting to catch up to him. Yeah, he's 4 for wanting this wheat. Man, I wish I was on the 10. Yeah, road might be pretty difficult here. He does get the 3-1. Okay. That definitely makes things harder on us, as does that 4 block. Nasty. Knight is good. Another knight is good. Kind of an unfortunate usage of resources there. Maybe I should have waited a little longer, but... I don't want to lose army. Yeah, he's stockpiling devs. He's got 4 in hand. I mean, if we've got ore in hand, so I don't want to be rolling it right now. That's fine, we'll throw it on the 5. We'll keep a little cushion in our hand. Oh, he doesn't play a knight? What does he have? Okay, he takes road. Does he have, like, road and 3 VPs? Because that would be seriously bad for us. That is seriously good, though. Road builder, fantastic. Okay, so if we can use road builder, take this spot, which we have the settle now, if he doesn't swoop in, then we have just as good of a road game as he does. Don't break the... man, that's unfortunate. He breaks the settle. Okay. He's at most at 12. I feel pretty secure on army. And with this, he has made his road path not perfect. Yeah, we'll just hit the 9. I mean the 5. Unfortunate that that doesn't let us do much. Let's go searching for the other VPs. It's real bad if he gets them. Cool, cool, cool. That helps a lot. I feel like he's real close to winning, though. He has the open settle. That probably puts him at 14. Even if we connect through here, it doesn't take road. It might be a little better to not fight him on road and just go for these quick settles. Because we're pretty close. Especially with the wood port. Like a 3 roll is huge for us. So is that, though. I mean, unless he has the mono, we get the city and we win. Although 12 cards, city settle is the same for him. Let's see how this shakes out. I'm real nervous here. Oh, it looks like he does not have it. There's so much he can do here, though. I mean, like, to quit at the end. What if we 7 out? Like, I guess we still have the city, even if we 7 out, but still. Cool, cool. There we go, that'll do it. Love to see those plus 20s. They will not last long. I felt good about this setup. I feel like the dev game went our way pretty well. We got the VPs that we needed. We got the road builder that let us close out quickly. We knew what our priorities were. I always kept road in my back pocket as like a possibility. But in the end, once he was close, I ended up just using it for these quick settles. I'm trying to be more flexible and play to my outs rather than like trying to get locked into specific win conditions. I think having the wood port was nice, even if it didn't really come into play very much. I think a lot of his momentum was killed by that real early monopoly, though. I think there was a turn where he just stole 2 ore, which was just, you know, a 9 roll. And so, yeah, it got him the city, but I don't know if it did quite as much as he needed it to do this game. Of course, double sources of ore, double sources of wheat, double sources of sheep. Anytime that you can get duplicates like that just make you unblockable, you're going to have a real good game ahead of you. We had just enough road building to get our places. Good solid game. Alright, let's take a look at these stats. Ooh, the 8 just blew everything else out of the water. That was great for us. I mean, he was certainly on the 8 in a lot of ways, but certainly helped us too. Yeah, what a wheat field. Just everything was wheat this game. Stats for the people who like them. Oh, that's interesting. We were actually blocked out of more resources. I thought that we had a pretty dominating night game. It's fairly even, but oh yeah, we definitely robbed him a lot more. Had a little less production, but we were on the ports way earlier than he was, and hey, ports are powerful. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. and I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. Take care, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one.